Howdy, Butch Cats and Squirrels, so close, so sick, moment to the YouTube channel. I'm looking like a Game of Thrones character, which I'm super pumped. I don't know about you guys. April 14th, set the date. Game of Thrones Season 8 premiere, baby. I'm feeling like Jon Snow, but I'm looking like Samuel. Okay, so great news has been released this past week that Modern Warfare 2, COD's golden child, could finally be getting released this year. According to Pan-European Game Information, which is Europeans' top board rating, you know, where it's like Peggy 18.
Peggy 18.
I don't know how they say it, but you know what I'm talking about, the people that rate the games. Apparently there has been a rating submitted for Modern Warfare 2. It makes you think like, why would they do that? Got you thinking, doesn't it? And by no surprise, the rating is the same rating that Modern Warfare 2 got, which was H for hacked. Nah, it's just M for middle schoolers telling you that they slept with your mom. Or mature. What's really interesting is on the rating board, it says that it's Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, which that might mean that either they haven't rated the multiplayer version of the game yet, or that the multiplayer version is going to ship separately from the campaign version, which is kind of interesting. You would think that they would come together, but that's just how it's been leaked so far. So a lot of people are speculating whatever's going to happen, they're going to release the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered alongside whatever the next Call of Duty they have in the lineup, like they did with Modern Warfare 1 with Infinite Warfare. Sorry, I didn't want to have to say that name. It makes me sick to think about it. Another hint that kind of gave away that Modern Warfare 2 is next and that it's going to be the most recent remaster version of a Call of Duty is that all the other Modern Warfares have been put on the next console. There's either been a remastered version or backwards compatibility, so everything's on the new generation, and Modern Warfare 2 is still stuck in the old generation, so it only makes sense that this is the next one that's going to be released, and it's probably going to come with the next Call of Duty as well. A lot of people are speculating. But as of right now, there is no official announcement made by Activision, probably because it's a ghost town in the offices. Sorry, that was kind of a dark joke. So before we get too excited, I know this is a fan favorite in the Call of Duty franchise. Modern Warfare 2 for me it just wasn't for me. I actually gave away my Xbox to my sister, and then like a few months later when Battlefield came out, I bought another Xbox. It literally made me quit gaming for a couple months because I just couldn't stand the amount of glitches, hacks that were in the game. And then, you know, years later, people are so in love with this game. So maybe in the next generation, in the next remastered version, I will find love in this game. But for me, it just, I don't know, something about it just wasn't for me. So before we get too excited, we're gonna have to wait for Activision's confirmation before we see Modern Warfare 2 in its new form on the next gen consoles. Speaking of next gen consoles, segue. I know, best segue in the West. Sorry, Red Dead Redemption 2 online multiplayer community. There may be a new Xbox console coming out this year. A lot of sources are saying that it could be coming out this year, which is absolutely bonkers. This has to be the shortest gap of time between generation of consoles, and leave it to Xbox to try and get the upper hand. Oh, it's, well, we don't know what it is yet. We do know this. At E3 2018, Microsoft confirmed that the next generation of Xbox is in development, and that it would be coming in 2 different variations. It's not really that big of a surprise with 2 variations, because already with Xbox, they already come out with different versions, if it's a slim version or a big, thick one. The thing that was surprising a little bit was that one was going to be like the standard console, you know, and then one is going to be a cloud-based console. That whatever these new consoles are, it's going to be mainly focused on streaming, which kind of goes hand in hand with Microsoft's Project X cloud service that they started up. So what a lot of people are kind of just tapping their pens and waiting is for E3 2019, which pretty much everyone is saying that that is when the new console is going to be revealed. Website Jukes Video said that this new Xbox model could be called Lockhart, which will run for as low as $249 and pack an 8-core CPU, a 4 teraflop GPU, 12 gigs of RAM, and a 1 terabyte SSD and DirectX ray tracing support. The higher end is obviously going to be $500, which is coined as Anaconda. Shout out to Nicki Minaj, which will have a stronger 12 teraflop CPU and 16 gigs of RAM. And that's probably more typical for the console that you would have right now. And a lot of reports are saying that this new Xbox is going to be basically the equivalent of the Xbox One S, but obviously minus the disc drive. What's interesting is that Xbox is trying to definitely beat the race to new consoles before PlayStation can get there. And if we look, like, Xbox 360 was released in 2005. Xbox One was released in 2013. That's 8 years. And now it's only been, from 2013 to now, 6 years. Like, that's not that long for a whole generation of consoles. It hasn't had that much of a lifespan. That's kind of the day and age that we're living in, with new phones coming out every single year. Technology is getting faster and quicker, and I think Xbox just wants to be ahead of the curve, especially since PlayStation, not gonna lie, because I own an Xbox. I used to own a PlayStation, but for me, I bought an Xbox because majority of my friends played on Xbox, and I didn't really care about what console was better or worse, but it definitely seems to be that PlayStation is winning the race as far as sales, game titles that are exclusive, that are just 10 times better than the Xboxes. And it just seems like PlayStation is winning at all aspects of the console race. But Xbox wants to win this. And I see that the whole streaming service thing, that's where the future is. It's just streaming. You're going to stream games. Look at EA with their Origin access, where you only have to pay a certain amount to have access to their whole library of games. I could see that being a model that a lot of companies try and follow. And now Xbox wants to be the console that delivers that streaming capability. This is the wave of the future. Video, movies, music are all there. Streaming. Everything's streaming now. It only makes sense that the gaming industry catches up and follows suit. So let me know what you guys think of the discless Xbox. Is this something exciting? Obviously, PlayStation is probably thinking, okay, Sony's like, yeah, we're thinking of this. We've been doing this. Who knows? They probably have something that they want to release for this E3 because they've been hearing so much news about Xbox. Let me know what you guys think about this new type of console. Let me know how excited or not excited, or if you don't even care about Modern Warfare 2 being remastered for the next gen consoles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Do you like this type of content, like updates, news, drama, all that type of goodies, where you guys can just talk about it in the comments? I like reading them, by the way. So let me know in the comments below, as well as dropping that L, aka like. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Shake 'em and bake 'em.